G'day everyone, today's topic is calf strength for runners. Now the calf muscle is extremely important for runners because it produces and receives a huge amount of force when we're moving. The calf muscle is made up of three different muscles, including the soleus, the gastrocnemius, and the plantaris. So for today's purpose, we're just going to be going through the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles. So let's take a closer look at these muscles. So the gastrocnemius is made up of two heads. Here you can see we've got the medial head, and just off next to it we've got the lateral head of the gastrocnemius. Now this muscle is responsible for pointing the toes downwards and pointing the foot downwards when the knee is straight. It's comprised more of fast twitch fibers than slow twitch fibers, which means that it's used more for your sprinting and your faster paced running. If we go deeper, we've now got the soleus, which is this large muscle that sits underneath it here. The soleus, in comparison to the gastrocnemius, has more slow twitch fibers within the muscle. So this is really a powerhouse for us when we're out on those longer runs and when we're in those endurance events. The soleus muscle is responsible for pointing the foot downwards when the knee is bent. So both of these muscles are extremely important for our running, and we need them both to be strong and functioning efficiently for us to be good runners. As well as running efficiency, these muscles are really important in injury prevention. So a lot of common lower limb injuries that we see, like shin splints, plantar fascia pain, Achilles pain, they all have calf strength as a contributing factor to them starting up. Another thing we often see in the clinic is that people with tight calves often have weak calves. So if you're going out on your runs midweek or on the weekend and you're noticing that your calves are tightening up within the run or they're pulling up really tight after the run, it may be that they're not strong enough to tolerate the load of your running at the moment. The awesome thing is, the calves are really easy to strengthen at home. You don't need any equipment, you don't necessarily need any weight to start off with, but once you get a little bit better at strengthening, that's when we can start to throw the weight in. So as a bit of a baseline for calf strength, I like people to be able to do at least 25 to 30 well-controlled reps with body weight calf raises. Ideally, we'd like to see them getting up into that 40 or 50 rep range as well, which is awesome. And when we're seeing that sort of strength endurance, that's when we can start to change up the repetitions and the sets, as well as adding some heavy weights into the exercise. Let's take you through a couple of bent knee and straight leg calf raises that you can do at home to begin strengthening your soleus and gastrocnemius muscles.
So here you've got the bent knee calf raise. You're going to have your knee bent, standing on 1 or 2 feet depending on how much strength you have at the moment. You're going to be raising up onto the ball of your foot, keeping it well controlled the whole time, and then really slowly lowering your body weight back down. You'll repeat this movement. Some variations for this at home include a wall squat calf raise and a lunge calf raise. Next up, we've got the standing straight leg calf raise. So you can do this without weight to start with, or if you're feeling confident enough, you can add a weight, a dumbbell in your hand. You're gonna have your stance leg with a straight knee. Again, you'll be raising up onto the ball of your foot, pausing for a moment, and then slowly lowering yourself down and repeating this movement. Next up, we have a little change up to our calf raise. We can use things like bands to increase the difficulty of the calf raise and work some of the stabilizing muscles around the lower leg and ankle. So this one's just resisting a resistance band, which is pulling the feet and ankles inwards as we're controlling that double leg calf raise up and down. And lastly, we can use little plyometric exercises to help strengthen and work on the speed of the muscle contraction. So here we've just got a double leg bunny hop or pogo hop, whatever you want to call it. And we're staying nice and light on our feet. This one will be working a lot of those smaller muscles around the foot, as well as the elasticity of the calf muscle and Achilles tendon.